Nathan Masters here with Brick System Brothers, and today's video is the LEGO Space minifigure pack, which I have been anticipating for a while. We made a video about all of these space sets back in, when was that? I think that was April. So that's been a while, and they're finally showing up on the shelves in Walmart and Target, and of course they've been on Lego.com as well. But I've picked up the minifigure pack, and so far that's all I plan on doing for now. I think I would like to get some of the other space sets, but I'm going to see if there's any sales or promotions before I do that. The minifigure pack, however, I couldn't wait to get this one, and I really want to check it out. So I'm going to build this up, and then we'll take a closer look at everybody. Alright, let's take a look at this fantastic pack. Alright, so first things, 15 minifigures in total, if you count the robotic, which I'm going to. It's made up of mostly minifigure parts and some really cool kind of, I don't know what to call these, robotic features, I guess. Probably won't find a lot of those in other sets. And really, the minifigures in this are quite outstanding. A lot of them feature double-sided head prints, and the spacesuits that are included here have a lot of print detailing. And I mean, they're going to show up across the other sets as well, but kind of more limited in, picking and choosing some for each set, as opposed to when you get the minifigure pack, you're just going to get a mix of everything, which is why I got it. And these are fantastic minifigures. So for building the minifigure pack, it's broken down into 3 bags and 2 booklets. So I'm going to start with the first of the 3 bags and what gets built with that. So bag 1 builds our explorer training and his little mountain, the robotic astronaut, and some kind of welder assembly man for him, and then the clean room drone pilot and a drone with some posable legs. So this guy has this nice light blue spacesuit with our new Mars emblem and one of these new helmets with that kind of stylized rubber on the back. Yeah, these helmets work really well with this half dome transparent visor piece, and definitely a good move on LEGO to kind of upgrade the astronaut helmet, which has been needed for a while. I think this is a one-sided head on this guy. He has a little mountain to climb with a flag to plant at the top, and built into the mountain is one of these crystal pieces, which I really think they're pretty neat. It's got 2 different kinds of plastic molded together here, and the inside is like a geode kind of. So I'm going to grab as many of these as I can. The exterior color here is that dark tan, so that's really nice to get those. Our robot, as I mentioned before, has a lot of unique parts here. This chest kind of armor piece is all one molded piece, and it has this peg on the back. My guess is this is going to be in some other sets used slightly differently. Maybe this is a Nexonites piece. I don't know enough about Nexonites to know whether or not it's a new part, but I do enjoy getting this part. And we get a pearl gold head included in this robot. I've heard mention that the arms are kind of oversized, and I would agree, but it's not a deal breaker for me. In the box, it does go on to show that this is based on, inspired by NASA careers. So this robot does have some source material. It looks like the arms are a normal length there. Interesting. The LEGO rendition is quite nice. Our welder technician is fully equipped to do some major repairs. I think his oxyacetylene torch might be a little overkill for whatever assembly is required on our smaller robot, but it's a great piece that I love to have. Has a lot of uses for minifigure displays. A dark blue toolbox, which is very nice, and underneath the helmet is a mustached face, and this welding helmet is a nice piece on its own, so good to have that. Get that toolbox later. Our drone is a simple build. It's a propeller, a Travis brick, and some antennas, a little red tile on the bottom. Our pilot, however, is an outstanding minifigure. I can see where people would want to kind of stockpile these and have their own special test area, clean room environment for an MOC project or something. So these will probably be highly sought after at some point. Our drone controller uses a standard printed tile. I think this is in some of the Arctic sets that I've seen. Nevertheless, makes a great little item to include. So that's bag 1. Bag 2 is hosting some splendid minifigures, and that seems to be the main point of these builds. We have a botanist at the top, and that magnifying glass is a classic LEGO element. I'm glad we're still getting these. It's a very nice torso print. I'm pretty sure it's not exclusive to this set, but a great use for it here. And the little plant biome is also a pretty sweet little build. We've got an adjustable LED color selection kind of bulb up here, and then you can pivot that out of the way and pop open this case. It's just this new leaf element and an orange flower blossom. I'm not sure what kind of plant that is, but hopefully they can get it to grow on Mars. Also in this bag is a small rolling computer desk with one of these fantastic geodes kind of on a steady shelf with some computer analytics running here on what could this possibly be, a special mineral, who knows, but this cart rolls around and it's great. We've got a little lab vehicle here. Alright, the rest of this bag is the newspaper interviews, or the news channel, and 2 of our astronaut trainees. So our news guys, we've got a cameraman who is very serious about his profession, but if startled, is a little more, I would say, apt to run away, perhaps. Who knows? We'll have to find out what happens, what he does in such a situation. Our camera piece is a classic LEGO camera bazooka, all-purpose piece here. But the Hawaiian torso print, I do enjoy getting one of these. Probably not exclusive, but a good use here. Pretty casual camera guy, I would say. Our actual anchor reporter is a little more dressed up. Has the suit print, a microphone, and a really stylish hairdo going on here. Let's see, does he have an alternate face? Nope, just the one. So he is calm, cool, and collected in all situations. Alright, our 2 featured astronauts have this orange suit with some really great details on here. The torso does have printing on the back, which is somewhat hidden by these air tanks. We've got these new helmets with a blue visor. And let's see, this guy's got an alternate expression with the mustache. He's also holding an alien head, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to be surprising the reporters, kind of a practical joke. I haven't seen this alien head before. It does not fit over a minifigure head. It would instead fit on the neck piece on the torso. So interesting. I'm kind of curious where this comes from, if this is from an earlier space-themed series or where we have this mold from before. I'll have to look into that for you guys. Our other astronaut is this girl here, and again, that same fantastic printing. Wink on the reverse, blue visor. And these astronauts come with a exchangeable hairpiece for perhaps more of a comfortable interview setting, if they were to go into that. And the guy has this hair as well that can be put on. So there's bag 2. And last but not least, bag 3 has some of our bigger builds, besides the minifigures from this minifigure pack. So let's jump right in. We've got this new casual wear spacesuit. I think the main home for these is going to be in the moon base set, as like what is worn in a sealed environment during the downtime, standard issue space attire for these people. So I'm really glad we get 3 of these in this set, and kind of all around different minifigure outfits. Really great for this series. Another one of these white spacesuits, and this time a fully equipped headgear mount piece, all the way back from the Atlantis theme, I believe, is where this mold comes from. We've got a side-mounted camera. I would say that's what this is. And then a smaller handheld camera as well. Hopefully this astronaut can see through the visor. I don't remember who's under here. Let's see. Yep, there she is. So I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be flying around taking pictures of the activity going on at this research center or wherever they are. Who else do we have here? Lab technician. Oh yeah, pretty sure she's in charge of this rocket that's on a test stand. Now, why you would want a test rocket on a pivot, I'm not sure. That seems kind of dangerous. But one nice thing about this rocket that we've got is I noticed our new, maybe it's not new, our flame piece does not have those two little prongs like the older ones do. That would prevent it from going into a 1x1 round stud with a hole like that one does. So really happy with this updated flame piece, and hopefully I can get some more of those at some point. Yep, just a little engine rocket on a stand that can pivot around and cause possible liability and injury. I won't talk anymore about that. But one of my favorite things about this set is this reverse head here. And it's just a splendid print of this poor technician's face after some kind of accident in the lab. With the goggles removed, the only part of her face that didn't get dusted. So great job on that head Lego. Might be my favorite piece from the set. Everything else here is all got to do with gravity training. So that's what this kind of spinner is going to be your artificial gravity generator beyond the standard 1G on Earth. So this is on a rotating arm, somewhat balanced by each astronaut on each side. And what you're going to do is at rest, these will be laying completely horizontal, and as you start spinning this, they're going to start to feel that gravity really kind of want to fling them off the sides. So what this can do is pivot up to help keep them on. And as you notice, that might be making them feel a little bit queasy. So we get a trash can included for any mishaps. But, maybe the trash can is for trying to run on the treadmill after eating 3 full boxes of pizza. I think that would probably be more of a commonality that we would be familiar with, not so much with the gravity training. But this is a pretty cool little model. It's got an arm way out here so that you can hold it down while you give this a spin, and it works pretty nicely. It's got one of those small 2x2 swivels on it, so there is a little bit of wobble in there, but it still seems to get the job done. And I wasn't really sure about the integrity or, the truth behind what kind of gravity simulator this is until I got to looking at the box again. No, pardon me, not the box. It's in the instruction manual. We've got an actual photograph of a pretty similar gravity simulator from some lab somewhere. But yeah, I didn't know that's what they were using these days. There's a really old classic, not quite classic, probably from the Town series of the space exploration, that has a somewhat different gravity carousel. And I like that one a little bit better, but you guys can take your pick. I think it's a good move to include this in the model and really stays true to the target material that we're working with here. And 2 more great minifigures in this casual space attire. Alright guys, thanks for checking this out. This is the only 2019 space set that I have so far, and again, I got this just because of the incredible variety of brand new minifigures and just the different prints and styles that we get from this wave. So if you're looking to pick up the new minifigures and you don't want to put a lot of money into the sets, then definitely go this route. It's worth it, and I am not disappointed at all. We have an incredible selection, 15 minifigures and some supporting builds as well. Let's see here, we've got 209 pieces by the Lego count. Even a great way to get into the space theme itself, really thinking about what each of these minifigures do and where they could go in their respective positions. So somewhat educational as far as looking at what the models are based on and source material, which is some great pictures in the back of the instruction books, and we even get a handful of these extra parts as well. So always welcome from LEGO. And yeah, minifigure packs. I've got to start looking at these more because the minifigures definitely get a little bit more attention, in my opinion, than when they're put into the sets themselves, and rightly so. That's what the pack is based on. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys.